Good day, starlights, moonbeams, and sunshines. I am Tito of Talks with Toya and Tito.
Hi guys, I am Toya. Firstly, I hope you enjoyed your Christmas. So I'm going to say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
Hope you had fun with the family. Tito, you look absolutely stunning. I love everything that's going on that side. You look beautiful.
My little Christmas hat.
Such a cute Christmas hat.
You look amazing too, my friend. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas that side.
I actually did. And yourself, how was Christmas for you on that side?
Ooh, it was lit. It was lit. I spent it with family and friends and my partner. So it was amazing. It was amazing.
That's awesome. I can't remember the last time I ever heard anyone use a hype word for Christmas. It was lit. So I can just imagine.
It was a situation.
I can just imagine how fun it was. Tell me, so how was Christmas on your side? Were you busy cooking? What happened? Tell me.
Oh no, so as we can see, I got my nails done and stuff, and we all know I am like one of the laziest people. So I was the rich aunt this year. I know I didn't. I did not. My cousin cooked an amazing Christmas lunch. I invited one of my close friends over to come spend lunch with us, and then it was just lit. We were there. We had some beverages. We had music, and then I came home to have a Christmas night to my partner.
Hello.
And yeah, it was amazing. I saw my family during the day, my kids, my son looked amazing, my daughter looked awesome. I just wish that she was here this side with me, but we will see her next week. But yes, everything was, this was one of the best Christmases I've ever had. Like compared to the year, this Christmas, I just felt very blessed and I had so much fun. I did. How was your Christmas? What did you do for Christmas? Did you do the normal?
No, I'm so happy there was no normal.
Right.
So my Christmas started at 4 o'clock yesterday morning when my daughter decided, okay, she can't sleep anymore. Let's have them gifts. Yeah. So they all got into the bed. They got into the bed. We opened the biscuits. We really struggled with, the Christmas biscuits. We really struggled.
All sorts.
But we did
all
good.
Sorts.
We opened it on Christmas Day, but this was our second time. Like the first time, it just got ate, so we were like, no.
They disappeared. The cookies disappeared.
And so we had them on the bed, giving them their gifts. A friend of mine bought them gifts. Abby and I bought it. So it was really nice to see how they appreciated it. And if you know a little bit of my background, I never got that. So for me, it was a level of pleasure knowing that I could do that for them. Really enjoyed it. And then we watched a Christmas movie. I can't remember what it was now, but we watched a movie. And then from there, I did a little bit of a Christmas incentive actually yesterday where we handed out party packs to the kids in the poorer areas.
Yes, I saw that. Oh gosh, may God your work and everything. That was amazing. I bet the children appreciated it so much.
Can I just tell you how humbling it is? You have an idea that you want to do something, and then you go into their lives, into their situation, and you're like, oh my, we can be so ungrateful, and just seeing the joy with these little kids. I had fun. I interacted with them, so it was really cool, and it was just a lesson to go. Doesn't matter how hectic or how bad your life is, always somebody that needs more. It was really great. I wanted to take my daughter with, but them kids would be running around. I would have lost my head. So
yeah,
I left them with the dad.
Definitely.
And then when I came home, I had to cook because, isn't it? I'm the wife now. yeah, food must still happen.
Hey,
But
isn't it?
yeah,
Isn't it? You have your own family.
but what I liked about this Christmas is no pressure. So it wasn't 7 plates. It was literally we had chicken, we had meatballs, and we had
So you had
like
a little buffet.
and garlic rolls. That was it, and we were full. And it was I was like, we full. Okay, like I eat way more than this, but we were all satisfied. I tried something new with the meat. Quite cool. I'm very excited because I'm like, it has
Can you
been a lot.
cook? Because I can't. You should teach me.
I slay in the kitchen. Like guys,
Oh no.
I'm being humble. But when it comes to food, I love food. You can see I love food. So it must always
Oh no,
taste good.
I love food too. I just can't cook. I
And
just
then
can't cook. I will burn water.
I doubt it. I think it's, you know what? We should have a cooking show sometime. But it's very therapeutic because when
Oh
you're
yes,
there,
that I know. I just don't like being forced to cook because
yeah,
I use cooking as a means of therapy. So when it becomes like a norm and I'm just doing it every single day, or when I don't even feel like it, I don't know who is going to choose to marry me hey, because yay,
isn't it men
because
cook as
hey.
well? Men can cook. My husband cooks sometimes. He's like, nah, I've got
Oh no,
this.
I asked my partner and I was like, well, he made me supper the one day, and then I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, now we know who's going to be the leader in the kitchen when we get married. He's like, no,
Not funny.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm so glad that you had a abnormal, but in a good way, Christmas and it was like I said, because we expected to have like such a bland or a bad Christmas, considering COVID-19 and
Yeah,
everything
exactly.
that we couldn't do during the year. The Christmas was actually surprisingly. It's as if the new year is gonna come with many
Can
blessings.
I tell you something beautiful? I think that as you know, everyone wishes you see family photos of people that, never done it. It was
Yes,
different for me. And I just saw that I think all appreciated it. Our mortality challenged us. When you realize that you could die from anything. I think sometimes we forget that we can die, so we
that
just
is
live
so
life as
true.
whatever.
It's like well, what I was saying is, well, we normally with the fat with the cousins that I was with, we normally every year have since we were growing up these Christmas family gatherings, and we looked around yesterday, and I was like, oh my gosh, guys, we're the adults now, like.
Yes. Yes. We
Like,
need to
oh,
make
the
it
adults
happen.
are no longer there, so it's now us that's the adults. It was surreal because this was we're trying to continue the family tradition of keeping together, of coming together and making the kids happy because the kids were stoked. The kids were so excited and there were so many of them. They were all running around. And I remember actually being 12 running around, and now I'm 27, like, oh my gosh, I'm the adult now.
like this 27 thing is a problem. like, like why do we have to
I
get
turned 28 in 2 months. I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm almost 30.
I know. It's like every time you're like, I'm gonna be 30 any time now. Oh, okay.
And it's like knocking at the door, knocking,
I don't
knocking. It
think I
is
like the
knocking at the
sound of
door.
that. Now I understand why women go. I'm still 16. I'm like, honey, I'm doing the 16ers. Leave
Oh
me
no,
alone.
I'm good. I'm good with my age. I'm good with my age because I feel like I'm aging gracefully,
Yes, you are.
and
Black
it's
don't
just
crack, baby. It
thank you.
don't
Black
crack.
don't crack, babe. No, but I'm at a point where I know that time is not going to wait for me, but I feel like everything is working at the right time and at the time that it's necessary for it to work for me. So, as much as I'm dreading like 2 more years till I turn 30, I'm just like, actually, it's not that bad. It's
Let's
not
make
that bad.
both of our 30th lit. Nah? Instead of dreading it, um, let's put things in place so that we can actually look forward to it and
No,
just
let
go.
me tell you. So that I had told myself that at 30 I want to be in Paris. So you either gonna jump onto the bandwagon or because I am gonna be in Paris at 30.
Babes,
That is a Christmas. It's a Christmas to-do list for when I turn 30. So this year's Christmas wish for 2 years time. I want to be in Paris when
Let's
I
get
am
our
three.
visas, passports, whatever. Let's get that sorted. We're going to Paris, baby.
Yes, babes. Yes, babes. Um, so how was did you like you said you went to the kids and whatnot, and then you guys had Christmas. Had Christmas lunch. Was it just you guys? Was it just you and your family, your immediate family, or did you like I did have cousins and extended family?
I wanted to hang with my cousins, but honestly, I was tired. Being up from 4, running around, sorting out the last minute things of the party packs, handing them out, and coming back and cooking. I hit 3 o'clock, and I was like, "You tired?" And that's the time we were actually supposed to go over. And I was like to my hubs, I'm like, I'm just not feeling. It's not that you don't want to be with your family. I wanted to, but this New Year's Eve though. I mean, we're still in holiday. Just I was tired, and for me, when you're tired and you
Yes,
go with your children, you become some
yes,
other person that people are like, why didn't you just stay at home? And I was
yeah,
gonna be that
exactly,
girl.
exactly,
Like I was gonna be irritated. So we
exactly.
stayed.
No,
We watched movies. Like it was the first time in a long time that we did that. We just my kids enjoyed. We all on the bed watching movies. We house sitting for a friend. So it was quite nice, man. It was different, but I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
okay, that's good. That's good. On my side, um, I firstly honestly wanted to help up with the preparations, which I did. I mean, I went to the mall to look for some broccoli and
That's helping out,
watermelon
baby. Like the
and
cues.
juices and and then I got there and we had the he keeps disturbing me.
It's okay. He's like, it's Christmas. Okay, what are you doing?
He's working too. He's not even he's working. Okay, so then yeah, we had fun. But then I was missing my partner. So literally at like 8 o'clock, I wrapped it up and I came home, and he was also like he was sulking like, oh my god, and it's our first Christmas. So I think we spent a lot of time like during the day that we didn't see each other. So
Yeah.
I think next Christmas I'm going to be cooking for my immediate family. My immediate family. But this Christmas was really something out of the books and something that was a foundation for the future. And I'm accepting and receiving all the Christmas blessings.
Yes, yes. Now, it sounds like none of us had that drama, but you know what? I just thought about previous years. One Christmas
Yeah.
comes to mind, story that I'm gonna quickly share, where my mom and my husband's mom, one house, Christmas. It was hell. I remember me and my sister-in-law looking at each other like, and then going into the kitchen, going, "You distract her with this, and then I'm gonna do this." And like, I don't know. And I'm bringing this up because some of y'all who are watching the show might have had those rough Christmases, where it's
Yeah.
the aunt saying, "Who's gonna wash the dishes?" And your girls are so
And it's
lazy, and the
so
judging, "What are you wearing?"
am always I literally am always like the let's for lack of a better word, the bougie cousin that comes through and like I said, rich aunt vibes. So on the flip side, it's like not that I don't want to help out. I really do want to, but I don't cook.
But I get
you
it.
know,
You're not. I'm
yeah,
not gonna do
and
the kitchen,
this
but I'll do everything else. Leave me alone.
not everything else. No, no, not everything else. I literally will assist with things that don't need manual power. I'll watch the kids. That's it. I'll watch the kids. So I wonder on your side, when have you ever had that one cousin that is like, oh my gosh, we know she's gonna come through at 3 p.m. with a big cooler box and just sit there and look pretty.
Her name is Janita, and I love her. She's the coolest cousin ever. So I have a cousin, Janita, and she's like lit. And I think every family needs, the different dynamics, in the family.
Yes.
So she's the cool one, the music, the drive. I've got the car, guys. We can go. I got the alcohol, guys. We can chill. So she's the fun one. And then you've got those who are like, I'm gonna cook and clean. I personally love cooking. love cleaning, just
That's
not when I'm with
great.
my
So when we
family.
do meet up and have the girls' weekends and everything, you can cook, friend. High five.
Yes,
I'll
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 think of
I'll
stuff
mix
already.
I'll mix the drinks.
I'm just never doing that around family because the cooking and the cleaning, because you become a slave. They'll be like calling you
Ex-
the whole day. You're like, ah, guys, really? Who's my kote
I
am I
can
here?
imagine.
so so it's really, I think it's important though that the kids see the dynamics because it exposes them to what type, who you want to be when you grow up. I want to be the bougie aunt.
Or who you
I
do,
want to be the
or who you don't
counselor,
want to be.
and I don't want to be the gossip. Yo, guys, she's a problem.
Let's not mention names on a very broad media.
So I just want to ask you, did you guys do any of the reason why we have Christmas? It's around the about
Um.
baby Jesus. Is that
Okay.
still
No.
relevant in your home today? What does Christmas mean to you?
Okay, well, I for one, I did not spend Christmas with my immediate fam, so that's my mom and my dad, because remember my parents are they second in command in a very big church, a Zion church. So I was raised in a very Christian home. So condolences to my pastor, Apostle Nohashe. His father passed on. May his soul rest in peace. So there this is the reason why I did not spend Christmas with my family, because so there we are very church orientated. So wherever they are, wherever we are, we obviously pray, and we don't tell okay, I don't tell Christmas stories because I personally don't know any. Okay, I do know them, but I am I'll give them a book to read, or I'll go on YouTube so that they can watch it on YouTube or anything. But personally, well, with the tradition for me, I feel like it's a lost tradition. I don't find it necessary to not teach our children. We can teach our children about it, but I think we should diversify between teaching them that that there's a story that exists. But with me, I'm very cultural, and I still believe and perform a lot of culturalistic rituals. So it kind of just clashes a little bit. So I don't necessarily tell Christmas stories. How do we know that Jesus was born on the 21st? But that's a very controversial story. But that's
You
how
wasn't.
that's the that's that's the question that you're asking me, obviously. But how do you deal with it? Do you tell your kids Christmas stories? Do you guys do the whole Christmas carol, of which I will be singing a Christmas carol on this Christmas special?
Right
Yes, do
now.
you do that? Well, right now, I'm literally going to sing Merry Christmas.
Um, so on our side, for me, I think it's important to understand why, what do you call it, why we do Christmas. So my kids think it's Santa. No, honey. Some white guy
Honey,
coming into the house in the middle of the
Hey, I work
night.
hard.
No. So
I work.
it's me and your dad and your aunt. That's who bought your gifts. You get what I'm saying? So for me,
Not some imaginary fat man that climbed down
fat
no
man, how does
chimney
he
now.
get down the chimney when he's fat? Like, why are we lying to these kids? But anyway,
Yes.
so on my side, yes, we definitely do baby Jesus. We watch a Christmas service. Normally, we in church on Christmas Day. Yesterday it was just not possible. COVID. Secondly, I had the little project that I was doing.
At the charity thing,
Yeah.
yes.
But we sat down and we said Jesus was born. Season is a season of love. That is why we actually give. And I feel like people forget that. I was saying to someone
But
yesterday,
but it's not necessarily only giving gifts. It's giving
love.
love. It's giving smiles. It is just
Yes,
giving. It
it's a
is being
season of giving.
gratuitous to the Lord. It is being kind to yourself and to others.
Exactly.
People forget that this is a season of love, a season of
But
giving.
do you know when you say giving to yourself, sorry to interrupt you, that is exactly why I refuse to stand 7 hours in front of a stove on Christmas Day. How am I giving to
Yes.
myself? Like I'm exhausted, guys.
How are
Busy
you taking
cooking.
care of yourself? How are you wishing yourself a Merry Christmas?
Exactly. So I'm just like, thank God I married a white guy. He's not like, hey, when I want pop, I want photo,
Ooh,
I want.
controversial, controversial, controversial. I'm just like, thank God I'm myself. I'm like, I'm just like, thank goodness I have always grown up like, the black sheep of the family. Sometimes I'm there, sometimes I'm not there. That's just how I am. As a person, I love my family and I love family time, but I personally love myself more than I love anything, and my immediate family. So I'm very envious to not green with envy, but that you had your special time. I feel like that's the time that we need to spend with our immediate families, our the people we're gonna spend the rest of our lives with, our life partners, our kids.
I think it's
It's
very
very
important.
important to make your immediate circle feel loved before you pass it on to others. But obviously, don't just keep it to yourself.
Yes, I agree fully. And I think another thing that for me stands out, especially okay, I'm speaking culturally now. I'm in a so-called colored community, predominantly 80% of the people. And my heart broke yesterday as we were driving. It was probably 10 o'clock, 11, no, 11 o'clock. People were drunk already. And I feel like it's
11 a.m.
yes, AM. So it was when we were heading to give out the stuff. And I mean, I have no problem with alcohol. Please hear me. But when did you spend time with your daughter if you are already drunk? When did you actually, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't mind you chilling
Absolutely.
in the afternoon throughout once the kids are sorted and that. But if you're a wife and when did you cook? When did you do this if you're drunk at that time in the morning? And I feel like we've made it an alcohol day. We've it's so
Has South Africa,
commercialized.
though, has South Africa not taken anything? I mean, we can also blame COVID-19 because to remember for a very, very long time, people lost their jobs. People did not have the resources to be able to procure alcohol, and then we had the ban. So people are literally, I think, going and they're forgetting that it is a temporary pleasure, and they're now going all out and um, they're not thinking that taking the lesson that 2020, I think, taught me resilience and taught me that we actually have no control over a lot of things.
True.
We only can control the way that we react towards things. So I think when you do speak about alcohol and whatnot, we need to bear in mind that a lot of people are still suffering shock of
Yeah, I get
we
that.
went
Yeah.
without and then we went with, and now everybody is just indulging so much,
I think
and
it's
it's
what you're saying.
substance and
Sorry. I
alcohol.
saw a guy yesterday, and the one gentleman I was driving with was telling me he just lost his daughter 2 weeks ago to COVID. And he was also drunk, but he was drunk. And I think that's also when we come back to coping mechanisms. That's how he coped on
Yeah,
Christmas
definitely.
Day. She's not with him. She's not going to be here for the rest of my life.
And
I'm
the
not
rest
going to
of
sit
for
with
any
her.
other Christmas.
Do you understand? So he was so, my heart broke because, we need to actually take the time and go, people lost people this year. I lost people. You lost people. It's been a difficult year. And so all in that's, I think, if we look at it overall, it was a good Christmas. I think
And that
families spend time that they could. Can you imagine someone whose whole family's been wiped out? I know someone. I was at the memorial service where he's lost his whole family, and he's the only one
oh
left,
my
only
god.
child, mom, dad, and sister. How do you celebrate Christmas? So, for those of us that could, it was great. But remember just to also check on people in this time.
Yes.
There's a
Yes.
couple of friends I haven't heard from, and I took the little money I had and I phoned and I went, "Where the hell are you? You're not on WhatsApp for days now. You're not online. What's going on?" And they were like, "I just needed some space." But we need to remember, as much as we're having fun, we're unwinding, it's all good. Check in on other people. I'm going to say this, I'm going to let Taro finish, and then she, listen to that white Taro. Oh, guys, eh?
Listen to that, and I'm so used to it because I mean, let's just that's literally how I was called. Like my whole my
Hi.
whole childhood growing up, you know. So I'm sitting here like you're the only one that's like, oh, listen to that. I'm like, no, no, no,
Now
no, no. It like
I'm trying
literally
to
just
be
went over my
African.
head.
I'm done with the Westerners. I'm like, okay, go. Say it again. Tito, tato, yeah, yes. Sorry, guys. But yes.
Yes, guys, that is my friend.
So one thing that stood out for me was also a family that lost everything yesterday. Christmas Eve, we were getting excited, ready to enjoy our Christmas Day. They had a fire start in their shack, and the shacks next to their shacks, the yards next to it, hit all of them.
Yeah,
And so, can we remember, as much as we are having this time with our family, check on
that
your
there are
friends.
people out.
Yes, there are people out there struggling. And if you still can, through the course of this day, and you've got an extra plate, come on, guys. Send
Hand
it
it,
to that
yes,
home. Do you
definitely,
get what I'm saying?
definitely.
But
We
Tito,
would really like to send our Christmas blessings and to everybody that is in need and everybody that is without family, everybody that is in hospital, that has sick family, everybody that does not have a shelter. We would like to send you love, peace, love, and happiness from us here at Talks with Toya and Tito. We would just like to pray. We're just gonna close our eyes for like 5 seconds, just sending it out there, and for you guys to know that we are thinking of you. Just 5 seconds from right now. We'll count to 5. Close our eyes. And we pray that God blesses you and continues to strengthen and be and cover you underneath his wing. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your King. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.